Hey, Jackson here with Althea Suite. Today we're going to take a look at our finance module and some of the accounting capabilities we have. The first thing we'll do is come down to finance books, and we'll start with the financial accounts. Althea Suite will self-generate numerous bank accounts to track all your different transactions and transaction types. So I'll quickly run through some of these accounts and what they're going to be tracking. So the bank accounts, you'll automatically have a credit card account created for each business location that you have listed in the system. And then you can also create additional bank accounts as I've done up here. The cash in hand will track all cash transactions for any registers you have created for each location. Now, for all of these accounts listed on the right here, you can come in and view the ledger, which will show you every transaction associated with that account. It will show you when it happened, the document type it's related to, give you a narration text, as well as the credit amount and debit amount. Current liabilities will list out any items or transactions you've had where you have accepted money, but you need to render goods or services billed to the customer. Direct expenses will be any additional things. You will have commission expense accounts created for each location. And then I've created rent for each location and utilities for each location. Direct incomes will be additional incomes that are not listed under sales, for example, shipping charges. Fees and taxes, for each tax that you create within your system, you will have an account created for that tax, which will pull money from invoices and track the amount you owe for the specified tax in the account. For example, it would show me the taxes I owe for California state taxes listed over time, and this is the account that would track that. Indirect expenses will be any discounts, any petty cash adjustments, and sales commission expenses. Indirect incomes may be additional things such as restocking fees on returns, sales return service fees. Purchase account will track all your purchases. We'll take a look at the ledger for this one as well. As you can see, the narration text along with the purchase document, the debit amount, credit amount, transaction date. Sales account will then, of course, be all your sales information, as well as a gift card surcharge account for each location. Sundry creditors will be, of course, your suppliers, your vendors, and sundry debtors will be your customers. Financial transactions will show you every transaction that's happened with the amount. It will give you narration text so you know what it was associated with, as well as a register if that's applicable. And for each transaction that you make in the system, it will create a line transaction for every place that money is going or coming from. So if I go and create a sales invoice, we'll create a new one, select the customer, we'll select an invoice tax level, we'll add an item, and then on this item, we're going to give 20% discount. Mark it to be delivered, serial number, and pay now. Accept payment on that. Go back down to our financial transaction. When I click on one, it will highlight all of the transactions that were created because of that invoice. So you'll see that the different taxes were taken out, the discount was tracked, petty cash was taken in, and of course the sales account. You can also create multiple banks that you may be using, add additional bank accounts, as well as come in and see our cost of goods or FIFO. Our cost of goods is a historical average of your purchase price for each SKU, and you can come in and take a look at the trends in that price as well as the inventory asset history. And then we also have your asset value with the FIFO, with your current unit purchase price and the total stock value. Total stock value. And lastly, we'll take a look at bank reconciliation. So for your bank reconciliation, you're able to come in, create a new one. If you want to do a specific date range, as well as specify the location, and you will see all the petty cash, or you can just take a look at card deposit returns. We'll do payment mode card, apply. It adds the selected total. I selected all three here, so it added them all together. We can deduct the credit card fees, add a fee expense account, add the credit card fee percent, add the credit card fee total, as well as the bank account to debit. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to look at our financial capabilities, and we look forward to working with you soon.